Hey everybody, welcome back. I say it's update time again. I've got some good news. You'll see a lot of stuff behind me there. I'm going to roll some stuff of unloading equipment and things. Um, I'm tired. Um, I've slept 3 hours and 36. I've been up for, almost 36 hours straight. I'm tired. Anyway, that being said, let's move on. I had to come to grips with the reality that I'm not going to be able to finish the FXR for Sturgis this year. You know, for my health, for my sanity, to be honest, for my team at the shop, Guy, Jason, and Mike, I have to be realistic about some things, and then we've do have a couple of customers' bikes that we've got to get tuned that we're almost done with. Got one for Ron, we've got one for John, and a couple others, and those things are priorities. So unfortunately, it won't be done, and I just made the decision just to stop. So the other part of it is I know that if I kept going, I was getting to the point that I was compromising. And as spectacular as that motorcycle is, and as much work has been put into it and time, it's just not worth it. Having a stroke or whatever, But I'm starting to feel it, and I want to thank, thank family, thank friends. You guys have been reaching out, and your encouragement, your concern, and I'm listening. Tim and Kath from North Carolina, they showed up again yesterday morning at the shop, and they were prepared to get a full load of stuff. And they did just that. Those guys, they drove 6 hours from North Carolina and hung in there with me pretty much all night. And they were there all day long. We got their trailer loaded up. We got all the machine shop loaded up, and it was quite a thing. The weather report was a bit shaky. I mean, it looked okay. But then I got the lathe and the mill loaded on the trailer, and out of nowhere, a deluge came in with 60-plus mile-an-hour winds. And absolute torrential downpour. I mean, it was raining sideways. So, Tim, Kathy, actually, they just happened to have a tarp in their truck. They grabbed the tarp. They were soaked, and then I'll show some pictures here of them and me with Kathy and stuff. And then, Jason's on the trailer, and we're trying to hold the tarp down to keep from the lathe and the mill getting water soaked. And we just ended up, we were so soaked at that point, we just said to heck with it, and just stood out there and held the tarp because there was no chance of, in that kind of wind, of being able to tie it down. So we just stood there and got drenched. So, and then Kathy and Tim hung in there with me at the shop until almost 11:30 last night. And we were able to get everything successfully loaded. We tarped everything. Of course, after the rain finally stopped, I pulled the tarp, and even though everything was wiped down with the oil, every, exposed metal surface was, had rust on it. So I couldn't leave it that way. So oil-soaked rag, sandstone, going, just trying to get all the rust off, and was able to successfully. So that was good. I coated everything down with oil. We tarped everything. We shrink wrapped everything, and equipment was good. And then we loaded their vehicle down, and they're full of pea and vinegar too, I guess. So we rolled out of Winder at 11:30 last night, and they decided to take a break. I mean, remember, they just driven from North Carolina, so they decided to take a break, and they slept in for a couple hours at a rest area. That's hardcore, man. And I went ahead and came on up to the shop. I got here at about 5 o'clock this morning, and then unloaded all the equipment. I'm going to roll a video here of me. I think I unloaded the lathe and the mill. so I got that unloaded. Also got the valve seat machine, got that positioned, got some workbenches in place. And right at the moment that I finished unloading all that stuff, they pulled up, and it was perfect. So, you know, we got them completely unloaded. And then they had to book it back to, and this is a cool thing with Kathy here, they had to book it again back to North Carolina. That's an 18-hour loop, guys. You know, 6 to here, 6 to Winder from North Carolina, 6 to here, and then 6 back home. Crazy. I mean, just wonderful people. But she's taking, so everybody, if you want to leave some comments or something, Kathy's taking a motorcycle safety course. So she's getting into riding too. You know, Tim's riding all his life. But so she's taking that tomorrow morning, and she wanted to be well rested. So they booked it out of here. And then I spent the other part of the day today just trying to kind of organize and make room, because Jason was in a box truck, and he pulled up with a 27-foot box truck. And then we got that box truck unloaded. And so it's, yeah, I think I'm going to sleep pretty good tonight. So, you know, let me show you guys around. Again, I'm going to roll some video here in a second of unloading the equipment and just some pictures from the rain and the deluge. I say last night. I think it was last night, but who the heck knows. Anyway, so place is a mess. Remember, we just unloaded trailers, but I do have machine shop equipment set into place. You know, nothing is dialed in yet. The only thing I did not get was the boring bar. I'm going to bring that this week. I got some workbenches in here, but you know, we've already got all of our. I mean, I brought a bunch of my welder. You know, I brought my welders, my plasma cutter. Lockers, cabinets, toolboxes, you know, that sort of thing. So, you know, this was a pretty big load. Grinding table, metal chop saw. There's my metal bandsaw over there. Balancer, tire machine, all that type of stuff. Some crates with cylinders. And as a cool side note, if you guys remember Manxious, right? The one that has the Victory Octane engine in it. That, brand new in the crate, is a 2017 Victory Octane engine. Brand new in the crate. I'm actually thinking about doing a digger off of it or something, but let's get moved first. So, anyway, so this is the chaos. Did get a lot of parts upstairs, and I want to extend my thanks to, I know we got the folks, couple bikes we're finishing up. And then for all you guys that ordered parts, you know, a lot of your parts are here. These parts shelves that you see up here are full of your parts, and those for the guys that we've scheduled builds for. I want to thank all of you for your patience. I know you've been waiting a while, and this project, from construction delays, all kind of things, even transformers. You know, my transformer for the power took 8 months longer to get than it was expected. It's the world we live in these days, you know. But you guys have been just incredibly patient and kind and supportive, anxious, you know, to get your bikes in here. And I'm just as anxious to get to work too. I love to work. And so I want to extend my gratitude to all of you that, you know, are waiting to get your bikes in, excuse me, that are on our backlog. And, excuse me, I also want to, you know, give a big thanks, you know, as far as the FXR. It's bothering me a bit. You know, I've had, you know, quite a few people that have, you know, chipped in to try to, you know, help me out and see this through so I can unveil it there. But, you know, I just hate disappointing folks, but I just can't. I got to stop. Well, not stop, but I got to get some rest. And I needed something off of my plate. So that's pretty much that. Everyone, thanks a million for your support, your kindness, your concern. I mean, I'm getting private messages from people like crazy and emails and everything else. And I'm listening, guys. But it really fills my heart. So thank you. We're almost there. 7 days to go. I think we've got I've got 2, maybe 3 loads of bikes to get out of the shop, or excuse me, 3 loads of stuff to get out of the shop entirely. And I do have a question. If anyone out there has a bike transport service or anything like that, I have 6 motorcycles, incomplete projects, 6 that we're finishing for customers up here. I have 6 bikes that need to be transported from Winder to here. It's, you know, between a 4.5 to a 6 hour drive, depending on traffic and such when you leave. But, you know, if there's anyone out there that's got, you know, a place for 6 bikes on a trailer and you wanted to make a, you know, a hot shot run from Winder direct to here, that would save me an entire day. It would save me 12 hours worth of driving. So if any of you out there, you know, have that available, then it would be great if you'd let me know. Otherwise, thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And after I get some things organized and get some sleep, maybe I'll shoot another video. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one.